All right, it's a data center bonanza. That's what's really driving the stock market. And in many ways, it's really a never-seen-before event. I mean, even thinking back to the sort of go-go telecom internet building phase, this is still something different. Now, my next guest has done remarkable research on the industry and the individual opportunities there. I want to bring in Spear Invest founder, chief investment officer, Ivana Delevska. Ivana, first of all, we're going to be showing charts from one of your reports, which was a fantastic report. I hope you don't mind. We want to send people to the website to look at this for themselves. First, we're talking about this whole data center, the phenomenon of data centers, starting with inside the rack, the size of this. Talk about that, because we're now minting trillion-dollar companies. Does this justify it?
Thanks for having me, Charles. So we are already seeing over $100 billion of investment in AI, specifically in the data center segment. So companies like NVIDIA, their revenues are about $100 billion. You saw Broadcom this morning, over $10 billion. They're expecting $11 billion this year coming from AI. And all of this is basically coming from zero a year and a half ago. So This is why you're seeing the stock prices rise at such meteoric levels, right? It's really all driven by earnings and not so much by valuation expansion.
So here you've got the inside the rack, processors, networkers, down here outside the rack, power management and terminal. We're going to break it down and do a little bit more of a granular look. Let's do this, the AI server shipment part, because these are amazing numbers that we're looking about right here.
That's right, Charles. So we expect pretty significant increase in AI servers looking into the next several years. Right now, people are focused on this year and next year. And if you look at CapEx estimates for the hyperscalers, you're going to see that this year estimates have gone up for growth to about 40%. But if you look at next year, people are still expecting pretty muted growth. So we think all of those estimates need to be revised higher to justify this increase in server shipments.
The hyperscalers, those are the larger names, the household names that we know. They seem like they have first choice. They get to buy these AI servers from NVIDIA and others, or the chips rather. And so will it be just a function of other smaller names having a chance to buy as well?
So it's really going to be growth for the hyperscalers. That's the main driver of the growth for NVIDIA. And the reason is because the way these companies make money is by selling these servers as a service, right? So they are renting them to their customers, and if they don't buy them, they have nothing to rent, right? So we're going to see their revenues and increase, right? And their CapEx increase in line with the revenue growth.
You're long NVIDIA and Advanced Micro, right?
That's right.
I thought this was an interesting chart because this is this year, right? Calendar 24, NVIDIA is crushing it. But as you go to 27, Advanced Micro, even 2026, the next 3 years, Advanced Micro starts to catch up. There was a downgrade on AMD just a couple of days ago. What's the street not seeing right now? Because it seems like AMD might be the play for the next several years in terms of a stock appreciation.
Well, Charles, AMD is a new entrant to this market, so they just introduced their new GPU chip this year. So we expect pretty significant growth as we look out in the next several years. What the street is missing right now is that they're not willing to look out much further given the rise in interest rates. So we've seen investors really shorten their investment horizons and really pay for just what we're seeing right now. But we expect as those earnings come through, you're going to see more upside for AMD.
So it could be a mistake then, right? I mean, if you're not long the stock or if you want to wait, that could be a mistake. I got to be only 30 seconds, but before I let you go, cybersecurity. Cybersecurity for the last 15 years have been, we know it's huge, and then all of a sudden the stocks are doing well. One bad earnings report, and I look at Palo Alto Network, they get hammered. You say at the top of the list right now, CrowdStrike and Zscaler. They're the most outstanding names in this space for now.
That's right, Charles. So we like the cybersecurity space a lot. If you look at ransomware attacks, they're at an all-time high and affecting over 10% of organizations today. So we see a lot of upside for a lot of the companies in the space. We like CrowdStrike as a leading platform, and then we like Zscaler on valuation. They've really gotten hit on the software down cycle that we saw with rates trickling up. So I think it's a pretty attractive entry point.
Before we go, real quick, of these names that that are sort of below right now, or would you buy any of them on weakness?
Absolutely. So we do own a lot of this. We disclose all of our holdings on our website. Cloudflare and Datadog are slightly different. They're players on the cloud infrastructure space, and they're entering into the cybersecurity space. So all of these come from different angles, but we see a lot of upside for the space.
Great stuff. Great work. Really great work. See you soon.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Ivana.